The headlines: President Sahle-Work Zawde congratulates Crew Ethiopia Children's Hospital for its achievement. Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed met with interim president of the World Bank Group in Davos. Hello and welcome to Oromia Broadcasting Network News. I'm Thomas Kamulato with the latest story of the hour. President Sahle-Work Zawde congratulates Crew Ethiopia Children's Hospital for its ardent achievement in transforming lives of children who were disabled due to bone fragility, as well as disability following bone or joint infection and trauma. In her speech, on the celebration of the 10th anniversary of Crew Ethiopia, the President applauded the work done by the hospital in collaboration with donors and Ethiopian volunteers. President Sahle-Work also said that the hospital should be commended for giving free medical service to the poor. During the occasion, the President visited the overall activities of the hospital and inaugurated the new building constructed for opening new wards to expand its service, according to the President's office. As per the report, Crew Ethiopia has provided over 17,000 surgeries for children born with congenital conditions. Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed met with interim president of the World Bank Group, Kristalina Georgieva, on the sideline of the 2019 World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. The Prime Minister appreciated the robust and strong technical and financial support and asked for the support to be sustained, according to the office of the Prime Minister. The World Bank Group remains Ethiopia's reliable partner for development, finance and expertise. The parties shared views on new pipeline projects that have both regional and national dimensions. The Oromia Regional Government and the Oromo Liberation Front, led by Daud Ibsa, have agreed to solve dispute between them through peaceful negotiations. Oromo Bagadas and a prominent figure have organized the negotiation stage. Let us trace us the detail.
The Oromia Regional Government and the Oromo Liberation Front, OLF, led by Daud Ibsa, have agreed to solve the conflicts occurred between them peacefully through the mediation of Abagadas. The reconciliation ceremony was organized by the Council of Oromo Abagadas. On the occasion, Chairperson of the Council, Abagada Beyene Sambato, argued both sides to solve the dispute between them through peaceful method.
If there is no peace, we can do nothing. Conflict impedes our day-to-day activity. Then life becomes worrisome. Without the existence of peace, all things are dark.
The Abagadas, Hadasinkes, and scholars have argued both the government and OLF to end the conflict. Those in attendance of the reconciliation ceremony have raised constructive ideas to the move.
It is important to deal with OLF militants and persuade them through the representatives of the government bodies. Ruling party and other Oromo political parties use Abagadas and Hadasinkes. Daud Ibsa should make call for his militants instantly to come back from fighting areas. If you believe that we struggle for Oromo people and give value for our sacrificed heroes and heroines, you should do this. On the other hand, ODP should also re-examine itself. To strengthen our solidarity, reconciliation is very crucial. Our scholars should make reconciliation between both sides and bring peace.
Head of the Oromo Democratic Party Central Office, Dr. Ali Musime, who attended the event, said the government is ready to restore peace and order, noting that the government had no interest for war from the very beginning.
Ensuring the supremacy of law, keeping public well-being and order, protecting public money and wealth from robbery is the mandate of government. For our part, we never intend to involve into conflict. As long as the rule of law is respected, we do not deploy security forces. We promise not to do that.
Leader of the OLF, Daud Ibsa, for his part, said his front will reaffirm its commitment to implement the peace deal it made with government.
OLF has signed peace agreement with the government of Ethiopia, then come back to homeland. I would like to ensure you that OLF will work to ensure peace. What created disagreement between us is about the armed forces. Hereafter, we handed over our armed forces to Abagadas and the Oromo people. After this time, the issue of the armed forces is in the hands of Abagadas and the Oromo people. We also promise to accept their decision.
A technical committee has been set up to facilitate the situation for the coming back of the armed forces from where they have based. Abagadas and Hadasinkes expressed their happiness over the agreement reached between government of Oromia and Oromo Liberation Front.
I'm very delighted over the agreement reached between both sides for ceasefire. It is a fruit of our effort.
I would like to thank both the government and OLF for coming to this reconciliation stage, accepting our call.
The scholars, for their part, said the dispute was occurred not because of lack of disagreement, rather due to misunderstandings. They also expressed their happiness over the agreement.
Chaferome has discussed draft agreement document on auditors' finding and approve it on a stage organized in Bishoftu town. Fakadu Brano has more on that.
Chafe Oromia has discussed draft agreement document of auditors' finding and approved it at Bishoftu town. According to the research paper presented, problems of government procurement, illegal payment, lack of infrastructure design, lack of contractors' capacity, weak system of tax collection, lack of compensation payment are among the challenges observed in the region. Due to this, the region lost 7 billion birr in 2015 and 5 billion birr in 2017. Participants of the discussion said coordination work is crucial to solve the problem. We should identify the source of this problem, so coordination work is very important to overcome it. What we should see is why we couldn't perform our works based on the legal base, because the problem is there. The Speaker of Chafe Oromia, Lomi Bado, for her part, underscored that all should prepare themselves to ensure public benefit with limited resource available. The main aim of this conference is to aware every government offices on how to use small resources to ensure the benefit of our community. We should increase community participation more than ever in this regard. So, after we discuss the draft document agreement, we sign memorandum of understanding for each other on how to strengthen resource management and preventing bad governance, she said. She also called upon all stakeholders to play their share to prevent illegal use of government resources.
The Standing Committee of Trade and Industry, a fair standing committee with the House of People's Representative, have evaluated 6 months work performance of the Ethiopian laser industry. Here is Soricha Kabanecha for the detail.
Ethiopian Parliament Standing Committee of Trade and Industry announces that Ethiopian Laser Industry Development Institute have to support laser industry to make it fully engaged in its work. The Standing Committee evaluated the 6 months work performance of Ethiopia's laser industry. In the evaluation, the Standing Committee understood that the laser industry doesn't create job opportunity and bring the foreign currency expected from it. The Standing Committee evaluated that the laser industry achieved only 42% of its plan to create job opportunity in the last 6 months. They argued that laser industry should strongly continue the measures taking on some laser industries that are polluting the environment. Director General of Ethiopia Trade Development, Bogale Faleka, for his part, said the institute is giving a training for its employees and investors engaged in the work. He explained that it has been working to complete the project that the construction delayed very soon.
More than 30,000 people have been benefited from the amnesty law in the past 6 months, according to the Federal Attorney General. The amnesty law, which was passed by the Ethiopian Parliament on 20 July 2018, came to an end yesterday after 6 months. More than 30,200 individuals took advantage of the law in the past 6 months, said Office of the Federal Attorney General today. According to the FB's report, the law grants amnesty for individuals and groups either under investigation or convicted on treason, crime against the constitutional order and armed struggle. However, criminals convicted of genocide, extrajudicial killings, forced abduction, and committing inhuman terror and beating will not benefit from the law. A special training focusing on mindset has been provided to Bulera University students and teachers by head of the Oromian Transport Authority Assistant Professor Muratu Shanko. The trainees have appreciated the impact of the training and asked for its sustainability. On that.
A training titled Mindset has been offered for Bulehora University students and teachers. Head of the Oromia Transport Authority Assistant Professor Muratu Shanko, while providing the training, said for any country's development there should be a positive-minded society. To make this real, all should work on mindset of individuals. No need of fearing why the generation have failed to understand things easily. Before asking why the generation fails, you have to conduct different researches upon them to know the real reason behind their failure. Don't ask why people committed some mistakes. Rather, it is better to study their reason to do so. As a country, we have failed in working on individuals' mindsets. Mharat also added that the youth should use their time properly so as to achieve their goal. All youths who are in and out of universities should use their time properly. All should work and plan to reach their dream destination. Many generations have failed to do so, but the current generation should take the lesson and work hard. It is not the time when our youth become politicians and addicted with problems. Everything will pass, so the youth should work carefully upon their journey for success. President of Bulehora University, Dr. Chala Wata, said that training is very important and timely. In order to transfer the country into a new chapter, we have to have common understandings and interests. The training is so special and functional for our students and all the staff. It will remind us our responsibilities as a citizen of the country. It will also add its own value in building this country. So the training should sustain and include all parts of the community. Some students and participants of the training also said that training will help their future life. We have got many lessons from the training. For sure, it is very crucial for our life journey. It will show our weaknesses and strengthens in our daily life activity. This training was so special, but it should sustain and all should get the lesson. Since it is very important for our youth, they have to sustain the training for all.
Thank you for watching and have a nice day.